Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am Mick Alphanim. Today we have some of the biggest news in a long time. We're going to jump right into it here. I was reading some documents from the Bank of International Settlements, and this new one just came out. This is huge. Spread the word. We need to keep an eye on this. All right, here we go. It's titled, BIS Innovation Hub and Bank Indonesia announced finalist of G20 Tech Sprint CBDC Challenge. I will be posting this document in the members only section. Hit that little join button. Listen to this. If you are a holder, just listen to this. You're gonna love this. First bullet point, 21 teams have been shortlisted out of almost 100 teams worldwide. Competition attracted proposals from a diverse range of competing organizations and teams. Winners to be announced in October ahead of G20 Summit. The Bank of International Settlements and Bank of Indonesia, under the Indonesian G20 presidency, today announced the shortlisted finalists for the G20 Tech Sprint Challenge on central bank digital currencies. The 2022 competition was launched in April. The BIS Innovation Hub and Bank Indonesia published 3 operational challenges and invited a wide range of stakeholders, including innovators, entrepreneurs, developers, data scientists, and telecommunications experts worldwide to develop innovative technological solutions to them. The problem statements prompted participants to develop solutions to build effective and robust means to issue, distribute, and transfer CBDCs. Don't worry, we're getting to the good part. Just hang in there. You're gonna love it, I'm telling you. As part of the Indonesia Digital Economy Financial Festival ahead of the meeting of the G20 finance ministers and central bank governors, the shortlisted teams demonstrated their solutions to bank Indonesia. The BIS and experts invited from central banks around the world. We're getting so close right now. Oh man, that generational wealth is going to feel so good if everything goes according to plan. Let's continue on here. The 21 finalists were selected from around 100 participating teams from more than 15 countries and jurisdictions. The shortlisted teams range from large global corporations to more specialized fintechs. I wonder who's going to be on the list. I'm keeping you in suspense. Oh boy, we're getting to it. CBDCs have been attracting strong interest from central banks around the world. The proposals from the finalists offer unique and innovative technology solutions that could allow CBDCs to be widely adopted. This highlights the G20 Tech Sprint's role in bringing together innovators. Let's skip this little part here. We'll end off with this last quote, and then I'm gonna drop some heavy news on your head. You're good. Oh, this should make you feel real good. Quote, while the need to explore CBDC is inevitably high for central banks, design choices are still unresolved. In practice, we need to understand how policy goals, practical issues, and technology intersect. The best way for central banks to prepare for this future of payments is to explore, experiment, and conduct proofs of concept, pilot, and develop CBDCs. With this in mind, the G20 Tech Sprint initiative is a great opportunity for bright and ambitious young individuals, as well as mature, well-established firms to show off their best potential and bring the most innovative and applicable solutions in CBDCs, said Judah Agung, Bank Indonesia Deputy Governor. Now, are you ready? Here we go. I told you. We've been saying this for so long. Here we go. We were saying this for so long. I told you who's going to be dominating. Short-listed teams. These are the finalists. Problem statement 1, building effective and robust means to issue, distribute, and transfer CBDCs. This means they're the best of the best so far. Number 1, Bitmint. Number 2, Dragonfly Fintech. That's nice. Number 3, FIS. FIS. I wonder who they're using. They sit on the governing board of Hedera. FIS is in there. So maybe Hedera is in there. So FIS is number 3. MasterCard Asia Pacific. R3 is in there. Number 4, Ripple is in there with XRP. Ripple, come on, it's time to bring it home, buddy. It's time to bring it home. Do a good job here. So we got FIS, possibly Hedera. We'll wait for more details. Oh, and we will be on top of those details. We have Ripple in there. Oh, wait. Oh, there's some more. Next one is ROX CBDC. And then we have something here. What's the last bullet point? SEA. Oh, we don't. Who's SEA? Who's SEA? Stellar is in there. Stellar, eCurrency, and ANZ. Stellar's up first. SEA. Stellar is in there. XLM holders, you have to be excited about this. Didn't I told you? I told you for a whole year. We have possibly Hedera, we have Ripple in there, and we have Stellar in here in the finalist. No debating. This is from the Bank of International Settlements itself. Money, 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 money. Money. Oh my goodness, this is so good. I'm trying, there's more on this list as you move to problem statement 2 and problem statement 3. I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. You know, I'm surprised to not see Algorand on this list, but who knows what companies are building on what. Like I said, we will wait to receive more details. We will stay on top of this information here. But there you have it. Problem statement 1 of the finalists. There's 20 finalists. There were 100. A lot of companies got eliminated. We have Stellar is in the game. Ripple is in the game. This is with the Bank of International Settlements. Apparently, tons of central banks are involved. It doesn't get much better than this. This is huge news, right? So, I mean, we will probably pour over this document and any future documents related to this. I'm going to scour the website right now, Bank of International Settlements website, and a lot of the other central banks to see if there's anything further on this. I'm also going to go to the actual websites of the banks themselves to see if they're going to, give a little bit more information on details of this. And if I come by that, then I definitely will be making another members only video. But that is huge news. I know you're going to pour over this stuff. You guys are going to take a look at this and you will probably glean a lot of information that I didn't catch right now because I'm so fired up. As soon as I saw that, I came straight to the camera to give you this information. That was the news of the day. But let's cover maybe like 2 more articles and then I'll let you guys get on with your day. I appreciate you being here. I really, really do. Amazing time to be alive. Let's go here. This is on U.Today. Ripple versus SEC attorney Jeremy Hogan speaks on recent good outcome in the lawsuit. Right, so there's constantly things happening now with the SEC case. I don't really think it even matters anymore. We're in so deep with the governments when you're talking about XRP and Stellar, and as you just heard, we're in so deep. And we're well respected by the central banks and the governments. We are not going anywhere, no matter what. We're in there. We're okay. It says, this comes as Ripple defendants alleged that the SEC had taken an extreme position on the expert reports. In a recent letter addressing Judge Annalisa Torres, they assert that the plaintiff is attempting to silence any substantive criticism because they are. Like, that's what the SEC is doing. They never had to be in a fight before. I do respect their leadership is going to fight to the bitter end. So, that's why they brought Gary Gensler in. They knew who they were getting involved with. They needed him. They needed a pit bull. But yes, they've never been in a fight like this before. So they're going to do everything that they possibly can, pull out all the stops, and you're still going to lose, by the way, SEC. You know that, and I know that. The San Francisco-based tech company further claimed in its filing that the SEC took an unprecedented move by requesting that Ripple's challenges to the 3 SEC experts be filed under seal, pending the judge's decision. We're going to get to that in a second. We have another article to cover that's related to this. Just bear with me. Oh, this is all good news coming. According to Jeremy Hogan, an attorney at Hogan & Hogan, the recent decision by Judge Torres regarding the parties' request on sealing documents was a good outcome, as the public get to see the expert witness reports. Oh, we're going to tear them apart, and I'm pretty sure some of my peers are already on top of that. That's on the forefront of their minds. And they will be making, I'm sure, very good videos divulging a lot of information that they can glean from those particular documents here. But yes, it's very good. See the expert witness reports, except for a small part of it that somehow was directly related to the harassment sent the experts' way. Quote, unquote. Patrick Duty's involvement in the case came to light when XRP holders who had been given amicus status in the lawsuit sought to file their motion contesting his expert report. In late May, crypto law founder John Deaton filed a motion letter to request the judge to allow him to file a brief on behalf of, well, we know all of that information. Everything's going really, really, really good now. So we have another article related to this. So let's just jump right over there, right? Because we have more happenings. This one here is on thecryptobasic.com and is titled SEC versus Ripple. Judge Annalisa Torres takes a decision on parties' request to seal vital documents. Let's begin here. At this point, we're winning almost too much, but I'll take it. I don't want to take any losses. But we're winning all the time. We're doing very well. We are the compliant, safe coins. We are the ones that everyone's going to trust in the end. That money's going to come flooding in, theoretically speaking, no guarantees. But if we're looking at cause and effect, and we're also looking at the actual documents provided by the governments, provided by the central banks. If we're looking at some of the transcripts of the commercial banks, things of that nature, which we've been doing for over a year now, we can see where everything is leading, and that's why it's important to do so. We're doing very well. So it says here, U.S. District Judge Annalisa Torres has made a ruling on the party's request to seal documents in connection with the Amici's motion to participate in the Daubert Challenge. According to a ruling made by Judge Torres, the requests made by the parties to seal documents in the lawsuit were denied in part and granted in part. The court cited the importance of public access to judicial documents, an important aspect of the United States history, which is just correct, and we definitely should know what's going on since it affects us. This is allegedly a case about us, not the SEC, right? And it allegedly is supposed to be protecting the consumer, so we should know what the heck is going on with things that could greatly affect us and have affected us, right? Judge Torres cites reasons for the ruling. Per the ruling, the idea behind granting the general public access to judicial documents is to showcase a level of accountability that would bolster public confidence in the judicial system. I appreciate that. See, I respect that. Quote, the presumption of public access is at its highest when the material is relevant to a court's decision on a dispositive motion. See, that's exactly what I just said. It affects us, so we should definitely know about it, right? We're involved. The court's ruling, it says, recall the Securities and Exchange Commission has consistently requested the sealing of its response to Amici's participation in the upcoming Daubert Challenge. The SEC asserted that that publicizing the content of its opposing response and exhibits may expose the expert to harassment and threats. But that comes with everything. Like that, you can't escape that. It doesn't matter where you go. You're going to be subject to some sort of harassment, threats. You could be a YouTuber. You're going to be subject to that. If you step into the public light, even but for a moment, you're going to be susceptible to those types of things. It's my humble opinion, right? It says, based on these reasons, the SEC requested that the court allow, number one, redactions of the SEC letter, number two, redactions of the defendant's letter, and number three, the sealing of certain exhibits to both letters. Reacting to the request, Judge Torres ruled the SEC's proposed redactions are proper because they are narrowly tailored. I mean, if that's so, then I can agree with that particular decision. For this reason, the SEC's request to redact selected portions of its objection to Amici's participation in the Daubert Challenge shall be permitted. However, Judge Torres gave a mixed ruling to the SEC's request to seal and redact exhibits in its opposition letter. Quote, accordingly, the court grants in part and denies in part the SEC's request to seal and redact exhibits to redact exhibits to the letters, unquote. Meanwhile, Ripple had previously requested that the court seal Exhibit O to the SEC's letter. The blockchain company noted that the exhibit is confidential under a protective order as it contains sensitive details related to his business. That I can understand also. So this is a great judge, in my humble opinion, so far doing a great job. That seems pretty fair in my humble opinion. I understand the SEC's request if that remains legit. You do want to protect certain details that are sensitive, and I also understand coming from the angle of Ripple, where they want to protect certain information that's related to their business. They are a for-profit. You don't want, and there's a lot of information that you don't want getting out there, especially to competition and such, that could be used against you, or that could be used to benefit off of your ideas and such like that, or happenings. So I understand on both sides. I think this was a very fair ruling in my humble opinion, just looking at it with logical eyes. Okay, and I'm coming from a very humble position. So, but this seems very good. As I said, things continue to go extremely well, but we'll end off with this. Okay, let's move over here with a little Algorand. We can't lose at this point. We're every day we're winning, and it's unbelievable. This is from prnewswire.com, which, by the way, go check some of these websites out. U.today. What was the other website? thecryptobasic.com, prnewswire.com. These guys are doing a great job. And I'm just reading little tidbits. You want to get the entirety of these articles, and they have some great stuff. If you just want to peruse, these places have some great stuff for you to read, right? So let's close out with this. Algorand continues to become a juggernaut. Listen, Alberto, I'll say it in regular way. Alberto Cribiori joins Algorand board of directors. Let's jump into this. It's unbelievable. Algorand, a leading blockchain technology company, which is amazing, is going to bring generational wealth. Okay, I added that. I just add a little bit. Right, today announced that Alberto Cribiori has joined the company's board of directors. It says Alberto Cribiori is vice chairman, institutional clients group at Citibank. Citi. I'll read it again. Do you see where everything is going? Do you see how we're being brought in while the rest of crypto is getting pushed out? Alberto Cribiori is vice chairman, institutional clients group at Citi, a role he has held since 2008, which encompasses all Citi activities except the consumer bank. Okay, as a member of the senior advisory group, Mr. Cribiori serves some of Citi's largest and most important clients. Do you really believe he's not going to bring them with him? Do you really believe he's not going to say, hey, hey guys, have you heard about Algorand? I'm sitting on the board of directors right now. Of course, this is how it works. It says, serves some of Citi's largest and most important clients, interfacing with CEOs and board of directors of global companies, governments, and central banks to ensure that Citi can provide them with the best-in-class advice and services. Mark my words, a lot of those individuals will come over to Algorand. That's what this is all about. But do you see how they're becoming more powerful as time goes on? Look how many people they've brought on board in the last 3 weeks. No, you know what? Look at the people they've brought on board in the last year. Algorand's a juggernaut now. That Algorand price is going to explode. I don't know how people don't see that. They are bulletproof. They're into everything: payroll, CBDCs, tracking, traceability protocol. Oh man, the bank coins can't lose. It's unbelievable. So listen, I'm gonna leave you all with that. I'm a little too excited from that other news, so I need to go burn some energy off and relax a little bit. Appreciate everybody being here. It's a great time to be a bank coin holder. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, let's get to the money.